Welcome to freewebsitesite.com, your ultimate playground for bringing big ideas to life. We make it effortless for you to build, design, and launch the website of your dreams without needing a single line of code. With our vibrant templates, dynamic tools, and round-the-clock support, there's nothing stopping you from turning your vision into reality. Let's ignite your creative spark and build something extraordinary, because at freewebsitesite.com, it's all about freedom. Let's get started now.
Okay, so everyone's on their phones these days, right?
Right.
So imagine you're running an autoglass business.
Okay.
Your next customer, they're probably out there right now scrolling on their phone. Maybe they're even staring at a cracked windshield as we speak.
Yeah.
And that's where SEO comes in.
Yeah.
And that's what we're diving into today with this article.
Yeah, and it's really important when you think about how competitive the autoglass market is.
Yeah.
In the U.S. alone, there are over 1,000 autoglass companies.
Over 1,000.
All vying for the same customers.
Wow. So it's not just about, fixing the windshields. It's about making sure people can find you.
Yeah, you got to think of SEO as like building a bridge
Okay.
between your business and those potential customers.
Right.
When someone searches for windshield repair or autoglass replacement online, SEO is what gets your website to the top of those results.
So it's less about flashy billboards and more about making sure that you're the first thing people see when they need you.
Precisely. And what's really fascinating is how this played out for autoglass businesses.
Okay.
The article mentions that a huge chunk of Google searches, we're talking nearly half, are people looking for local services.
Okay.
Things like restaurants, dentists, and, yes, autoglass repair.
Which makes sense, because if my windshield's busted, I'm not going to be searching for, a shop across the country.
Right.
I need someone local.
Exactly.
And I probably need them, now.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. A whopping 78% of those local searches on phones actually lead to someone, going to that store that day, or in this case, probably having someone come out to fix their car that same day.
So it's not just browsing. These are people who are actively looking for a solution right now.
Exactly.
If you're not showing up, you're missing out on that.
And that's where understanding this concept of local SEO is so important.
Okay.
It's not enough to just have a website. You need to make sure it's optimized to show up in those near me searches.
Right.
Those geographically targeted queries, as we like to call them,
Right.
that people use when they need something right away.
So instead of just saying windshield repair on my website, I should be saying windshield repair in my city everywhere.
Exactly. And don't forget about your contact page, your service descriptions, even the alt text for your images. Google looks at all of that.
It's like giving them a map to your door.
Exactly.
You're making it crystal clear who you are, what you do, and where you are.
Now, speaking of making things clear, we can't forget about mobile optimization.
Right.
Remember that stat we just talked about?
Yeah.
About mobile searches?
Yeah.
Leading to immediate offline purchases?
Yeah.
Well, a massive 61% of all Google searches in the U.S. are now happening on phones.
Wow, 61%. So if my website looks like it was designed when flip phones were still a thing, I'm in trouble.
Let's just say you're not putting your best foot forward. And it's not just about aesthetics. Google has something called mobile-first indexing.
Okay.
Which basically means they prioritize websites that are designed with mobile users in mind.
So if my website is impossible to use on a phone, it loads slowly, Google's gonna know.
Oh yeah, Google's gonna know.
And I'll get buried.
It's almost like a penalty for not being mobile-friendly.
Right.
And we live in a world where people expect instant gratification.
Yeah.
So a clunky, slow-loading website is a surefire way to lose customers.
It's like showing up to a race with your shoelaces tied together.
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
But even having a fast, mobile-friendly website, it's only part of the equation. You also need to make sure the content on your site is top-notch.
Right, because what good is a flashy website if there's nothing on it?
Exactly. You got to create content that's actually helpful, informative, and relevant to the people you're trying to reach.
Okay, so for an autoglass business, that might be blog posts about how to tell if your windshield needs replacing, what to expect during the replacement process.
You're on the right track.
Okay.
And the great thing is that does two things for you.
Okay.
One, it gives you valuable information, which positions you as kind of like a thought leader in the autoglass world.
Like you're a resource, not just a business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And second, it gives people a reason to actually spend time on your website,
Right.
which can lead to lower bounce rates and signal to Google that your site is legit.
So it's not just about like keywords everywhere. It's about actually being useful,
Exactly.
building trust,
Exactly.
and becoming like the place to go for all things autoglass.
You got it. And it really works. Businesses with blogs get a lot more leads.
Oh, yeah. Like how many more?
The article says over 126% more.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
So it's not just some like trendy marketing term, content marketing. It's like really about connecting with people.
It's about building trust.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of these autoglass businesses aren't doing it.
right. They might have a website, but it's like stuck in the past.
Yeah, maybe a little outdated.
It's like having a shop, but like the lights are off.
Exactly. You got to give people a reason to come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of getting noticed, we got to talk about Google My Business,
GMB.
GMB, yeah.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable
Okay.
for any local business,
Yeah.
but especially for autoglass repair.
Because if your windshield's cracked, you're not going to like do a ton of research.
No.
You want the closest solution.
You want the closest solution, and that's what GMB is all about.
Okay.
Think about when you search for pizza near me or something.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the first thing you see?
The map
The map, right.
with all those little red dots.
Exactly. That's the Google Maps pack, and it's super important.
Okay.
If your autoglass business isn't on that map,
You're missing out.
you're making it harder for people to find you.
It's like having like prime real estate, but no one can see your store.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's a wild stat. 64% of consumers use Google My Business to find contact details for local businesses.
Wow.
That's huge.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So they're looking for my phone number, my address. They're going to GMB.
First stop.
Wow.
Absolutely. But it's not just about basic info.
Right.
GMB is huge for reviews.
Oh, yeah. Reviews are everything now.
Everything.
I check reviews for like everything.
Oh, same here. Before I try any new restaurant, any new anything.
Yeah. It's word of mouth, but online.
Exactly. And it's so powerful.
Yeah.
Positive reviews on GMB can make or break you.
Right. Because if there are two autoglass places right next to each other, I'm going to the one with the good reviews.
100%. Think of it this way.
Yeah.
If two autoglass businesses are right next to each other on the map, but one has hundreds of five-star reviews and the other one has like 2,
Yeah.
which one are you going with?
Easy choice.
Exactly.
Reviews are social proof.
And businesses with over 100 reviews see a 37% higher conversion rate than those with fewer.
Okay, so reviews matter.
Reviews matter.
Got it.
Now, GMB is important, but we can't forget about backlinks.
Okay, backlinks, what are those?
So backlinks might sound kind of technical, but they're actually pretty simple.
Okay.
Think of them like referrals, but from other websites.
Okay.
So it's like other sites vouching for you.
Okay.
And Google likes to see that.
They see it as a good sign.
A very good sign.
And-
Like the more reputable websites linking to you, the more Google trusts you.
Okay, so like if I have a blog post about windshield repair and like a big car website links to it, that's good for me.
Exactly. It's like getting a shout out from a big name in your industry.
Right, okay.
It tells Google you've got something good going on.
So I'll show up higher on the search results, hopefully.
That's the goal. Websites on the first page of Google have way more backlinks than those on like page 2.
Oh, so it's a big deal.
A big deal.
But it can't be easy to get backlinks.
Right. It takes strategy.
So how do I do it?
Well, the article talks about guest posting.
Guest posting, okay.
So basically, you write amazing articles for other websites in a similar field.
So like I could write an article for a car blog and link back to my website.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a win-win. You're giving them great content, and you get exposure and a backlink.
It's like networking, but for websites.
Exactly. The article also mentions getting listed in local directories,
Okay, yeah.
like auto repair websites.
Makes sense.
Super important for local SEO because it
Okay.
makes sure people in your area can find you.
So I need to be on Google and on those other websites too.
Exactly. You want to be everywhere potential customers are looking.
Gotcha.
So we've covered a lot. We talked about local SEO, mobile optimization, content marketing, backlinks.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, right?
So like for an autoglass business listening to this, what are the main takeaways?
Okay, so the first thing is local SEO is key.
Okay, so making sure your website is focused on your location.
Yes. And claim that Google My Business listing.
Get on that map.
Get on that map. And get listed in local directories
Be everywhere.
everywhere. Second takeaway, mobile optimization.
Because everyone's on their phones.
everyone.
Yeah, it's like, if your website's not working on my phone, I'm moving on.
Exactly. And the third takeaway is content, content, content.
Right. Gotta have good content.
It's not just about having a website, it's about what's on it.
Yeah, like we were saying, blog posts, articles, videos, even just a good FAQ page.
All of that builds trust with potential customers.
Shows them that you know your stuff.
And it can really help with those backlinks too.
Right, because other websites are more likely to link to something that's actually informative and helpful.
Exactly. And this article focuses on one platform, but these ideas, these concepts, they apply to everyone.
Right. It's like the platform is just a tool, but the SEO principles, those are universal.
Exactly. No matter what website builder you're using, you can apply these strategies.
So it's like, take a step back, look at your website and think, if I were a customer, what would I want to see?
Right. What would make me want to choose this business?
And maybe that's the one action our listeners can take today.
Absolutely. Just one thing. Maybe it's claiming your Google My Business listing.
If you haven't already. Yeah.
Or, like you said, taking a look at your website on your phone.
See how it looks, how fast it loads.
Make sure the information is easy to find.
Or, if you've been putting off writing that blog post, maybe today's the day.
It could be the thing that makes a difference.
Because it all adds up, right? All these little things can have a big impact.
SEO is a long game.
It's not a quick fix.
But when it works, it really works.
And it's always evolving.
So you got to stay curious. You got to keep learning.
Keep up with the trends.
But at the end of the day, it's about providing value to your customers.
Give them what they're looking for, make it easy for them to find you, and you're golden.
That's the secret sauce.
And on that note, I think we did another deep dive. We've covered a lot today.
A lot. Local SEO, mobile optimization, content marketing, backlinks.
It's a lot to digest, but hopefully our listeners are walking away with, some new ideas, some actionable advice.
And a better understanding of just how important SEO is for their business.
Because in today's world, if you're not online, you might as well not exist.
That's the truth.
So to all our autoglass businesses out there, keep experimenting, keep optimizing, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome to freewebsitesite.com, your ultimate playground for bringing big ideas to life. We make it effortless for you to build, design, and launch the website of your dreams without needing a single line of code. With our vibrant templates, dynamic tools, and round-the-clock support, there's nothing stopping you from turning your vision into reality. Let's ignite your creative spark and build something extraordinary, because at freewebsitesite.com, it's all about freedom. Let's get started now.